yes, sir. Welcome to another edition of the NBA One-on-One with your boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another edition of the NBA One-on-One with your boy Stafford Dunn and the one Soul Finger. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's happening, my man? You hear me good and clear?
I hear you good and crystal clear.
All right, my
What's
man.
going on, man? What's going on, man? What's good? Let's get this energy up. What's up?
Oh, man, just another day. Just trying to stay warm. You know, the temperature drop out here in Cali, we freeze.
Oh, what's the weather out there right now?
I think it's down there. You know, for us, we're on the other end of the 60s. It's been raining, so it's kind of cloudy and windy. So I'm just trying to stay warm and chill. That's about it. Get ready to watch some more games. I was watching that Kentucky and South Carolina women's the championship game. It was a good game right now.
Oh, wow. Oh,
yeah, it was going down to the wire.
Going down to the wire. Well, that being said, good segue because it is Women's Month. So
Yes,
shout out to all the females out there, independent, whether you work and you got your own business, you're an entrepreneur, shout you out. You know what I mean? You are the foundation that where we come from. Because without y'all, there'll be no us. Right? So shout out to all the women out there. It is Women's Month. Okay. Right. And we have a wonderful show coming up today. Right. But let's just get right into it.
Well, before we jump into it, you said something right now, and I just want to say, well, actually, no, I'll let you go because it's something you're gonna bring up. So I'm awake. So never mind. Disregard. Keep it pushing.
All right, no problem. So as soon as you come in, go ahead, smash that like button. Okay, press the notification bell. Okay, to tune into NBA One-on-One every Sunday at 4 p.m. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say what I saw for the week. Man, listen, what can I say about DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah,
okay, Eastern Player of the Month. Homeboy been getting it in.
Yeah, he's been balling.
He's been balling, right? And I mean, a lot of us doubted Chicago early in the season, saying that they couldn't hold up. But currently, they're about fourth in the Eastern Conference, right? They still got DeMar DeRozan. They still got Zach LaVine. They still got Vucevic. Caruso is coming out of injury. LaMelo Ball is coming out of injury. Patrick Williams soon come out of injury. Look out for Chicago.
Don't forget Caruso.
Yeah, I just said Caruso. He's coming off of. He's coming off of that injury, right? With that thumb injury from Grayson Allen, right?
Yeah,
so
that whole thing, it's real. The thing about Caruso, I don't think he gets a lot of the props that he should get. Yeah, he's kind of an energy glue, all around Swiss Army knife kind of cat. But you can put him on any team, he's going to be a benefit to your team. He makes your team that much more better. You see,
definitely.
You see how LA looks not having him, by being with Chicago. How much better they look. You can't a player that brings that you say, oh, they're a dime a dozen, but it's the chemistry that he brings, what he does. It's the things they don't keep stats on. The things that not the pretty sexy things that a lot of people gravitate and love to see. He does that dirty work, man. I love his game, bro. I love his game.
Exactly. And tell me, what have you seen during this week in the NBA? Because that was my thing. DeMar DeRozan, he's just off the chain right now. So what have you seen this week in the NBA so far?
Uh, well, actually, the looking at the how Boston has been what they've been doing this week. You know, Boston's quietly making moves and causing problems. Also, let's talk about this right here. The you see the Nets, not the Nets, but the 76ers went down, took a L.
Right, the other
Again,
night. Right,
yeah, against Miami.
right.
That's
Harden
something to
said
talk
sat
about.
out that game too. Harden
Yeah, he
sat
sat
out
out.
that game
Harden
too.
sat out that game. He did sit out that game, but the fact is, Miami is a team that other teams in the East. Granted, they got Harden in Philly, and Philly is the favorite really to take it. I think they are to take. They are part of the favorite to take it. Um, and I was looking at, if you're looking at, like, if you look at it on paper and look at name wise, then yeah, you would say Brooklyn because of name wise, all those names they got. The one thing they got is Kevin Durant. But to look at what Miami's doing, I do like how Miami's constructed. I like how they play. I like the toughness, their defense. It travels. The offense may not travel every night, but their defense travels. And the thing about it, Duncan Robinson's been having a bad season for Miami. But
Right.
Tyler Hero's been the man.
Most improved player.
Yes, sir.
I put money on that.
He's in there, but I mean, the NBA, it's coming down to this time, this second season, things are getting real tight. It's gonna get real interesting.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. So, I mean, what can we say right now? Let me just go ahead and shout out the chat. Robert Parr, shout you out. Kaiser Sose, shout you out. I think I see Mr. Man. Shout out to the man around Cleveland in the chat. Shout you out. Shout out to CWC, the mass. Shout out to the Delano Steele Jr. Shout you out. Shout you out. Give
DSJ
thanks.
Jr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for y'all guys for tuning in today. You know what I mean? So as we go into the other segment, well, the first segment, right? Um, News of the week, right? And this segment we call either pass it or we gonna shoot it. So Soulfinger, you ready for the segment? Pass it or shoot it?
Yeah, let's get it, bro. Because I'm gonna say if I don't like it, I'm passing that joker. I know how the
I
pass don't look.
definitely. So Brittney Griner arrested in Russia on drug charges.
We shooting this. We
gonna shoot this?
We shooting this, dog. I'm shooting.
All right, Soulfinger, go ahead, Showfinger. You go ahead first.
I'm pulling for 30. I'm pulling for 30 on this one, bro. This is why I said I wasn't gonna hold on because we had to get the show because I wanted to talk about that when you was talking about women's month. Just real quick, and everybody, just bear with me on this. Pray for Brittney Griner, man. Pray for Brittney Griner. If you pray or whatever it is you do, just wish that she's taken care of, or some of the power, whatever power that be that you have in your life, that you look out for them. Because if you've never been to another country and you don't know about the prison systems and things like that, or jail, or lock, or whatever, it's a whole nother world, man. It's a whole nother world. The simple fact, what we got going on in Russia, with the whole thing with Russia and Ukraine, there was they already put out a note about flying over to Russia, trying to get all American citizens out of there. If you're an American citizen, get on up out of there beforehand. And some think, well, why is she still up over there? Well, flights were getting cut down. It was getting hard to get out of there. If you don't know what's going on, she's been detained. She's been detained for a while. They think it's been longer than what was been brought out. The only reason it came out because of this whole thing with Ukraine and Russia for having some
Right.
hashish for an inhaler. So,
Well, Soulfinger, let me just grab it from you right there, right? So yeah, so they said Brittney Griner was in Moscow airport, right? And the Russian authorities said to have searched her luggage, revealing vape cartridges, right?
Yeah.
The Russian customer service said Saturday that the cartridges were identified as contained oil derived from cannabis, which could carry a maximum penalty of
10
10
years.
years in prison. The customs service identified the person arrested as a player for the U.S. women's team and did not specify the date of her arrest. Russian media reported the player was Griner and her agent Lindsay Kagawa Kolas did not dispute those reports. Okay, so right now, as we can understand that it was cartridges, vape cartridges of marijuana. Now, hearing that, Soul Finger, what do you think about it? What do you think of that particular allegation that the Russian customs is reporting
All right,
about that?
well, that's what I was going to when you started to read. Let me go back and catch my thoughts because I was in. That's why I wanted to jump on. I was right there, so I had to go back and get my train of thought back on that. I was going.
Right,
Um, this ain't the first time that they've done this. They did it to a teacher, and they said the same thing. So it's a bun is bogus on a lot of that. Um, the thing is again, Brittney Griner. See, the thing is, I read that article and read another article on it, and it was bringing up, and another article I read, it was some feelings in it involved in it. We already know, and not trying, I don't go anywhere near the talking politics or nothing like that or whatever, because what you do is what you do, what you feel.
right,
Um, but it was duly noted from also an article I read regarding that, and I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Well, I had to find it, or I'll get it to you. The reporter was saying that it's duly noted how it was bringing up Putin's views on sexuality and race, and
right.
what he said was horrific. Basically, I'm kind of um, paraphrasing
Paraphrasing.
what the article was saying, but the simple fact that we already know Brittney Griner. She came out about her sexuality and everything. Is you're there to know who she is because she's played on a team over in Moscow before. So,
Okay.
and everybody doesn't know a lot of the WNBA players are going back overseas because women basketball players have been overseas playing for years because they never get. We didn't have a league over here for the longest. Then when we did, the WNBA is paying the peanuts compared to what they're getting overseas. So that's
Right.
what they're doing. So the WNBA goes on during the off season over in Europe or overseas. So she's on lockdown. We had a teacher that went through the same thing, allegations he was bringing in marijuana and selling it to students over there in Russia. Man, it's like I said, it's a bunch of bunk, and they're using American citizens as pawns to get certain things. I just pray that she's safe because, like I was saying, if you've never been overseas and doesn't know and don't understand, U.S. prison system is nothing like overseas, man.
But Soul Finger, hear me out, right? Hear me out. You live in the United States. You are a figure of the U.S. national team. You are in a foreign country. I understand you're an advocate of marijuana, which is all fine and dandy. But you telling me that you couldn't wait until you reach over to the United States where they have legalized it for your recreational use, but you just had to smuggle something across the plane for the
I'm
customs
not.
to find it?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not going.
No,
I'm not going to speculate on that because I don't know. I'm going by what was told because anything because you could have been cleaning out your bag and then packing in a hurry to get the hell up out of Dodge and then you don't realize you left it in there. So it's all kinds of things, especially what's going on over there. But I'm not going down that road. I'll let you go down that road, but I'm not going down that road on that one. All I'm saying is just pray for the woman, let her be safe. I think it
no,
sounds like
no,
what he's saying. Just
and
hold on,
I
hold on, hold on.
want
Let me
that.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. I just gonna go down the road. Let her be safe. If she's wrong for that, for having the cartridge in there, then hey, it is what it is. But for you to say it over here, because it's not legal over here in the states and all states. It's and wherever you're at. So obviously, and it's saying you're bound to get caught after a while if that's the case, because she's done it many times. So she's probably been walking, doing in and out all the time. But considering all the heat that's going on with the war over in Ukraine and Russia, extra incentive. And then too, the way it is with the U.S. and the embargoes and everything else they're doing to stay to dealing with that, you use certain U.S. citizens to be a pawn. That's what I'm saying. So you got to look at it that way. I was reading. I don't go down that road a lot with a lot of that. All I'm saying is, hope that she can get home safe into her family. If she did have that stuff up over there, knowing you were wrong, with everything on that, and you didn't, like I said, stressful situations, and you moving to get up out of there, people slip and do things unless you're in those areas. If you ever been in an area where you're in immense danger 24/7, 365, and you've never been in it before, you operate different. I'm not saying that because of what I did my previous life. I did that. I was in situations like that. You know how to kind of comprehend and deal with that. But if you got somebody that's an athlete that's not in these kind of dangers, they say, well, they grew up in the hood. Well, growing up in the streets and then being in a whole other country and dealing with stuff over there is a whole different animal. See what I'm saying? But she could have, they got it over there. It's weed, cannabis, hashish, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. It's all over. And if you partake of the boogie, then you partake of the boogie. But you got to be smart and mindful about partaking of the boogie. That's all.
Well, that's where I'm coming from. You gotta be smart. Now, let me just get this straight. I want her to come home. I want her to be safe. But at the same time, Soul Finger, you gotta be mindful. And you know what you was doing over there, right? So to me, there's no excuse for you even trying to hide it. If you were trying to hide it to bring it over here, or you forgot it in your luggage when you knew you was coming back from wherever you was coming from. But Brittney, come home safe. I want all the U.S. citizens to come home safe. I want all the Caribbean island people to come home safe. Even that being said, there were some Jamaican students that were over there also too that couldn't get to come back over there too, but they are safe back in JA. That's just a little sidebar. But Brittney, praying for you. Come back home safely. So as we go on to pass it or shoot it, the basketball African League started yesterday, and today is day 2. Do you want to pass it, or we gonna shoot it?
Well, I mean, you know what? You brought up. If you want to shoot it, because I haven't watched the game, so I'm not gonna fake the funk.
No, I've just watched a glimpse of it. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pass it. Right? All right. So I spoke about this guy earlier, right? He's the Eastern Conference Player of the Month, DeMar DeRozan. Also, Luka, the Western Conference Player of the Month. Do you want to shoot it or you want to pass it?
No, we can shoot it. We can shoot it.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off this segment, right? So DeMar DeRozan, okay, Eastern Conference Player of the Month, right? For the month, homeboy been going crazy. He's been averaging 34.2 points a game, 6.2 rebounds, and 5.2 assists. Also, homeboy is fourth quarter clutch player in the fourth quarter when going down right to the end of these games. And he has been delivering. Now we go over to the west side where you got Luka, right? Been averaging 34.7 points per game, 10.3 rebounds per game, and then you have 8.8 assists. Since Porzingis has left, he has stepped up his game. He's been playing crazy. Dinwiddie has played in his game, assisting with Luka on the wing. What can I say about these guys? Been stepping up their game. But personally, my favorite is DeRozan. So salute the DeRozan for becoming the Eastern Conference Player of the Month. I know you're creeping up in the MVP standings, but you got three guys, I should say, that's going to be two guys are slightly ahead of you, and one guy is creeping up. But we're going to get to him later. But shout out to DeMar DeRozan, Eastern Conference Player of the Month. So, Finger, I'm going to shoot it to you.
Well, I mean, the thing is the best thing Dallas did was get rid of KP and bring in Dinwiddie. But also, Luka had to play himself in shape. That was one thing because, it was giving digs on him. He was looking like he was low-key Stay Puft Marshmallow Man out there balling people up, and I get it. But DeRozan, you've seen Luka, what Luka has done. So, hey, give him his props. But the biggest, I think, is DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, because we got to think about it. You remember when he was with the Raptors, what happened, how far he went. But then he went down to San Antonio, and he was down there with Pop, and he was doing his thing, and he was doing his thing still. But to come to Chicago, he had the team on his back without Zach LaVine, without Lonzo Ball, without Alex Caruso, and still continue to get W's and still put up those numbers. Bro, that says a lot right there. You can't overlook what he's done. Shout out to him, man, because Luka's been doing his thing even with KP in and out of the lineup and all like that, and it's been addition through subtraction. Having Spencer Dinwiddie, it works better. But right now, I'm rolling with DeMar. Hey, shout out to him. Congrats on that. The man been balling. He's been balling. He's taking his game to a new level. Because before he was just he was a scorer, just a lethal scorer, mid-range. But he had, now he's hitting threes, game winners though, man, hitting clutch shots in the game. So now that they're getting healthy, that's gonna be the thing. That's gonna be real interesting once they get healthy.
It's the Eastern Conference is shaping up to be interesting this year, and boy, I can't wait for the playoffs and the seedings, right? To see where Chicago and Nets and Philly and all these teams have made changes and it's making a push to solidify their spot and to get comfortable, especially those Celtics that we just saw.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You can even say I'm willing even to go out and just me. You can put his name in there talking about most improved, just off of how he's been playing this year. Because for you to even talk about DeMar DeRozan as MVP, he's been an all-star. But you talking about he's starting to, some people look at him as a.
You think so? Most improved? You think so?
I mean, you can put him in
because he is.
He's been doing it. No, hear me out. He's been doing it, but have you seen him do it on this level?
I mean, with the Raptors.
The Raptors, he did so much.
But the only person that stood in his way was LeBron.
Well, yeah, LeBron.
That's what in the first place they traded him.
Yeah, LeBron was standing in his way, but now the East. But we talking about the East when it was least. Then the East is a beast now because he's dealing with Embiid. You still got KD because the East has gotten better. I see what you're saying. You
basically what you're saying. At that time, it was Eastless, but LeBron was still the king over here. But now, since the East has gotten better from 1 through, let's say, 10 or even 12, right? Okay, he has to.
We just stick to
right.
Just stick with what's in the playoff numbers right now, because
1 through 10, right?
Cleveland wasn't even a thought. And now look at where they are.
You're right.
When he was with Toronto, was anybody really talking about the Bucks? They were talking about the Greek Freak, talking about how good Giannis is gonna be. Giannis is a champion now. Look what Giannis is doing. Look at Miami, and look at the numbers he put up on Miami.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he could be in a conversation like that. But DeMar DeRozan, man, after leaving San Antonio, coming to Chicago, he's a whole new complete player. He's a different player.
I agree.
And the front office put a nice team around. They built they built a team up around with him. They put pieces together that fit, and they're doing the thing. So I had to give them their front office their props.
Yeah, shout out to Chicago, man. Shout out to Chicago. So we went to the vets. We're gonna go to the rooks. And these two guys, okay, rooks of the month. I'm gonna ask you if you want to pass it or shoot it. We got Josh Giddey on the west, and we got Scotty Barnes on the east. You gonna pass it or you gonna shoot it?
You gonna shoot that joker? They gotta get a rookie some love. Got to get a rookie
All
some
right.
love. Shout out,
All
first
right.
of all, before I say anything, shout out to CT, because CT told everybody about Josh Giddey. And if you didn't listen, the streets were buzzing because of CT. CT is the one that put the stamp on Josh Giddey. Shout out to the Australian 6'8" point guard.
Yeah.
And OKC got a plethora of guards down there. Point guards at that. You got Giddey, you got Trey Mann, you got SGA. So it's real interesting to see what's gonna go down there and down there in OKC. So I give Josh Giddey his props because people didn't see him. Scotty Barnes, man, everybody knew about Scotty Barnes. I'm not surprised. Scotty Barnes, long, athletic. You know, once he is consistent with a jumper, it's a jumper with some range. Oh Lord Jesus, help us all. Scotty Barnes is a monster, man. And I like that Toronto team, how they built. If you look at the players, they're long and they're athletic. And Scotty Barnes is right there. Scotty Barnes is gonna be a problem for years to come if he continues to improve. I like the rookies. Actually this last draft class was a good draft class overall. And I think that's going to be a serious changing of the guard here in a few years. And Scotty Barnes is going to be one of those guys that you're going to look at and be like, yeah, Scotty Barnes' team, Scotty Barnes or whatever, if he sticks with the Raptors or wherever he goes, Scotty Barnes is going to be one of those pillars in the NBA.
Yeah, the young man right now is averaging for the month 15 points, 6 rebounds, and shooting 54% from the field, right? When he first got drafted, I was shocked that Toronto even picked him at that position, right? And then after I seen him played against the Knicks, which was our team, the way how he could defend his shot, man, the kid is just he's just spectacular,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much words to give this kid, man. His game still got more improvements. As you said, the jumper, he gets a jumper, and it's over. And Josh Giddey, same thing again. Played against us, had a triple double. His court awareness, his IQ, his passing. He's not a great shooter, but for some reason, when he played the Knicks, he was making his shots. So shout out to OKC. As you said, they got a plethora of point guards over there. Shout out to Presti, who is the president over there, because he knows how to scout. He knows how to pick them in the draft. So
I want to see how it's going to play out over in OKC because of those guard situation, the point guard situation they got up over there. You got Trey, like I said, Trey Man, SGA, and Trey Man, Giddey, and SGA. It's gonna be real interesting to see what they're gonna do. SGA just signed. He's on a bigger contract. Trey Man is on his rookie deal, of course, because and everything. But it's gonna be real interesting to see how this gonna work out. It really, really is.
Right.
OKC can move assets and build up. Who's to say that you won't see some more young guys get moved around? Toronto, regarding Scotty Barnes, I think they're gonna wind up. It's a good possibility, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They build that team around Scotty Barnes. So
right.
Like I said, Scotty Barnes is going to be the face. I think he's going to be the face of that franchise. Unless
I think they're going to move Pascal too.
Yeah,
I
I know
think they're gonna move
you're talking about.
Pascal. They're gonna move him. They're gonna move him.
Possibility, unless Scotty Barnes pulls a Chris Bosh and goes somewhere else, link up and go
Right.
somewhere else.
No, you Jerry. I don't think he gonna let go Barnes. He ain't gonna be that loco, right? I don't think so. He gonna resign that kid when you see his rookie deal is over. But shout out to those guys, rookies of the month, Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes. Salute, 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 salute. All right. Last and final question, right? For pass it or shoot it. Morant is moving up in the ranks for the MVP mix. Now, you ain't even let me finish. So go ahead.
Anytime you can talk about no, just go ahead and get your question out. I'm just saying, shoot. You talking about Ja? So anytime you get a chance to talk about Ja Morant, I'm down to talk about Ja Morant, dog.
All right. So this kid, he's been putting Memphis on his back, man. Um, I believe they're about third in the Western Conference, sneaking up on Golden State for that number two position, right? He's been making like spectacular plays throughout the season. Um, even though it was a 120 to 107 loss to Boston, right? And Tatum went off in that game, right? Tatum had, I think Tatum had 37 points, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ja, I think he finished with 30 points, I believe. Now, John Morant is averaging over 45 points over the last three games and checks in at number five in the MVP race, right? For some of you guys, I know some of you guys ain't been sleeping on John Morant, right? Everybody know that he got robbed last year All Star, and this year was totally complete difference, right? Um, he got support help from Bain, right? The kid that's injured right now. Help me out, Sophie, the senior moment. The kid that's injured right now.
Oh,
Um,
with the Grizzlies.
yeah, with the Grizzlies.
Let me go in and
I,
look
for,
because
I
I gotta
forgot
go
his
in.
name, but then after, but still, they got Zaire. They have. I mean, John Moran has just been putting this team on his back, and for them to be third in the Western Conference right now and
No,
making
they're
that
second.
push.
Actually, I was checking. They're second. They moved up to second in the West.
Oh, okay, because Golden State lost last night
Mm-hmm.
with that loss. Okay, so you see, on to number two, right? He got his team to the number two. Now we're gonna see for these last 19 or 18 games to see if John Morant can really be the superstar that we think he is. Let's see if he could push his team for the finals. And if he pushes teams to the finals, lock it, book it. I said it, stamp it, give him the MVP. Soulfinger, I'll pass it to you.
Oh, I mean, like I said, I like to talk about Ja Morant, bruh. It's a trip because he is this generation's best. I mean, I like what was it? I'm trying to say. It wasn't Kenny that said it. It could have been Matt Barnes. They were saying comparison because you can't compare him to any player that played before this. Oh, he's Russell Westbrook. He's compared. He's as athletic as Russell Westbrook. He has his own. Yeah, he's athletic, but John Morant, John Morant. If you had to, he's kind of like bunch of other a bunch put into one in a sense. You want to talk about athleticism? He got it. But the charisma, the energy, the style, the things he bring to the game, it's kind of like AI. And it's so much so that even AI giving him his props. When you got AI and you a guard, and he giving you them props like that, bro. That tells you something right there. Your game is a whole nother level. Now, what he's done with the Memphis Grizzlies, how they're winning, because they're a young team, and they're putting they got 44 wins, man, and the season ain't nowhere near being over. 44 wins, and he's doing what he's doing. And now they're talking about his name is getting mentioned as a in the MVP race. Not saying that he's going, but when you start getting your name mentioned, and he's only done this in
how many years? You're doing something special. Yeah. He's been three years. You forget he got drafted with R.J. Barrett and Zion Williams.
Exactly. And I said it once. I said it again. I refuse to believe if we didn't have that number 2 pick. If we had a number 2 pick, we would have been drafting Josh. Definitely. We would have drafted him. We would have been drafting him. RJ's coming along, cool. But we're talking about Ja. Ja is on a whole nother level. We haven't seen a player like this. We hadn't seen a young cat like this. And the fact that whole team play as one, the way they play together and they push and they celebrate and they work, he gets on the court, he makes the rest of the team better.
What? I don't know how Luka beat out John Morant for the Western Conference Player of the Month. I don't know, but
Luka put up numbers.
Yeah,
but what Ja has been doing,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then if you want to talk about it, it's more impressive with the numbers Ja puts up because of his size. Luka is a big guard. He's 6'7".
Yeah.
He's a big cat, and he does a lot. Lot. However, what Ja does, come on, man, no, and with the records. So, on that, I'm a little maybe I'm a little more biased because when it comes to Ja, I'm more of a homer because I like that cat. I liked him in college. I wanted our beloved Knicks to. I was praying that somehow, some way, the basketball guys would have smiled upon us. I'm cool with RJ. Don't get me wrong. I like the Broadway bullies. However, that doggone John Morant is a whole nother animal, dog.
Yeah, he's a beast. So that was the news of the week. Pass it or shoot it. I know I got a lot of ballers in the chat right now. Shout out to Hardwell, I see you, bro. Shout out to Delano Steele, I see y'all. Shout out to Nicka for Life, Chuck Allen, I see you, bro. What you were saying, Soulfinger?
I was gonna let you. It's Dylan Brooks. I had that senior moment.
Yes, Dylan Brooks. And look, and he's one of the defensive specialists on that team, and he's not even playing.
Yeah.
And look where they at right now, bro. Number 2 in the Western. Look out, Memphis. Look out for that team.
Because Dylan Brooks always looking, because Dylan Brooks got that old school 70s swag. Because that's the only cat I know that's still rocking a ducktail.
Yo, shout out to Dylan Brooks, yo, and shout out to the chat. Robert Parr, I see you. Show and M, I see you. Kaiser, I see you. Who else is in here? CWC, I see. Hey, CWC, I'm still looking for that game between you and Hardwell on that court, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. So shout out to the whole chat, man. If you haven't done it as yet, press that like button.
I was just thinking about something real quick. Like
go ahead.
How history repeats itself and some styles come back in the chat, come back around, right? You see Dylan Brooks rocking a ducktail, right? The old school ducktail. I'm looking for the next young cat to come rocking a Ray Parker Jr. shag, bro. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Shout out to E. Gibson. Shout out to Still Ron's Knick fans. Shout out Ron and John. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, Shout them out. Even for a love of the game, Hard Will, Worldwide L, Hector. Shout out those guys over there.
Yeah, for the love of the
You know what I
game,
mean?
the Pod Worlds.
Yes, yes, yes. Shout out. And make sure you become a member of the Blorange Tears channel, right? Make sure you press the notification bell. Make sure you come in and join because we want you to be a part of our family, right? And look out for all the shows on the channel. Look out for Knicks Morning Drive or Uncle Freezie and the whole gang. Look out for the Pod Couple. Look out for Knicks Freestyle. Look out for NBA 101. Look out for Knicks After Party. Okay. And all the other shows that we have on this channel. And remember, this show is brought to you by the Blorange Tears channel, right? NBA 101, 4 p.m. every Sunday with your boy Staffadan and Soul Finger, right? So
Yo,
boy, yo, salute to Uncle Freezie. Yo, it's only Uncle Freezie could have an entrance like that. Nobody can top that entrance right there.
hey,
Salute to Uncle Freezie. Yeah, man, we good on this blessed Sunday, man. What's going on?
And I was just backstage, man, listening, checking out everything, preparing some stuff for tomorrow. And you know what I'm saying, just wanted to come on and rock with y'all for a few minutes if y'all take a guess.
Definitely, of course. Look here, Uncle Freezie. You're welcome anytime, bro.
I was gonna say, because if y'all not taking guess, man.
I gone again.
Yeah. For sure. Like you were saying, you know, like I said, we taking guess and we want that one, we want AD. We need to get AD up in here.
AD scared
He's so
to come
smooth,
on
he don't need a chaser.
here. Yeah, AD scared to come on
right
here afternoons, bro.
So
that's a perfect show for him. Because see, this is my thing. We need that historian like AD who could tie up a lot of loose ends. And it was something that was brought up when you were talking about AD, and it was brought up before. And it was regarding to somebody put in there Karl Malone wouldn't be what he was without Stockton or whatever. I know I'm paraphrasing. I love to hear AD's take on that, his breakdown of that.
Yeah.
for real. So we're on to the NBA trivia, right? Chat, I want you to get involved. If you know the answer, hold your answer, and we're going to shout you out once you know the answer. And I bet you Soul Finger or Uncle Freezie don't even know this trivia question. So here's the NBA trivia question today. Who scored the first field goal in WNBA history? I'm going to repeat it again. Who scored the first field goal in WNBA history? Since it's Women History Month, we're going to go with a female question for the NBA trivia, right? So if you know it, hold it. We're going to get to you, right? So right now we'll go into the look ahead for the week coming up. We got some interesting games coming up. Now on Monday, Soul Finger and Freezie, we got the 76ers, Chicago, Jazz, and Dallas. Freezie, out of those two, which two games are you looking forward to seeing?
Me?
Yes, sir. You're our guest. So, you know, the first question goes to you.
Who's the first one? The Bulls and
76ers. Joel Embiid, Harden, Maxey against Vucevic.
Excuse me.
DeMar DeRozan, who's the Eastern Conference Player of the Month, and you got Zach LaVine.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I would say I don't know.
I'm
rolling with. I don't have a thought on that. Let me pass. Let me think about that something.
Okay. Soulfinger, go ahead.
Out of the two, I'm doing the I'm taking the Eastern game. The Bulls is Bulls in Milwaukee, right?
No, Bulls and 76ers.
Bulls and 76ers, correct. Thank you there. Bulls and 76ers. I like to see that game more so than Utah Dallas. Because the only thing they could do, well, even if it happened, Spider could get, see Spider get frustrated and you have more rumors, the rumor mill saying, all this going on in the locker room of the Jazz, and he's unhappy and this blah blah blah. So that's the only thing that can happen out of that, unless they lose and then leading into the playoffs, total drama. But
right,
see how the East is going to fall with the Chicago game. And we were just talking about DeMar DeRozan. So I want to see DeMar DeRozan, see what he's going to do, and with everybody back. So I'm more interested in that game.
So Soulfinger is going with Chicago. You know what? I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm going with Philly. Right. I want to see this dynamic duo that the league has been raving about. With Harden and B. Plus they got Tyrese Maxey, who is coming on as number 3 scorer. So it's going to be interesting to see those three, Vucevic, LaVine, and DeRozan go up against that three. So I'm definitely looking forward to see that game. But I'm going with Philly. I'm going with Philly for that one.
Okay, you're going with Philly with that one. I want to see the game. I'm gonna go with you on that. I'm picking Philly. I'm picking Philly as well.
I thought you picked Chicago.
No, you said what game I wanted to see. I want to see that game.
Are you okay? But as far as winning, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm jotting you down now. Philly, and I got Philly too. So I guess none of us is interested in the Jazz Dallas, right?
I mean,
I don't want to see that. I'm good on that one. Okay. So Tuesday we got Nets and Charlotte, Pelicans, Grizzlies, Clippers, Warriors. What game you want to see? And in that game, who you winning? Who you picking to win?
Clippers, Warriors, Pelicans, and
Grizz.
That's gonna be
Nets. Nets, Charlotte.
Nets and Charlotte. You know what? I'm kind of interested in the Nets and Charlotte. Well, it depends. If Ben Simmons, because he's not gonna play in Philly, we already know that. So when Ben coming back, if Ben's coming back, I don't really care. So I'm rolling with the Clippers, Golden State.
Clippers, Golden State.
Yeah, Clippers, Golden State is what I want to see. And if I have to pick a winner of the game, I'm gonna go with the Clips.
You going with the Clips? All right, going with the Clips. My game, to tell you the truth, I want to see, even though it's not a famous pick, I want to see the Pels and Grizzlies, just because the Pels is making a move to be in that play-in, and they right on the heels of a particular team where we're going to get into later on. Yeah. Right on the heels. That's a good one. So I want to see the Stickman and McCollum go against Ja and those guys over there, because the Pelicans is fighting for a spot. Plus, they trying to show Zion to stay, right? Because Cullum said earlier he wants to be there when Zion gets healthy. So that's a game I'm keeping my eye on. but I'm picking Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, I would go. That's a good one. I was looking for them.
I'm going with the Grizzlies. Wednesday, we got some good games on this day here, boy. We got Boston, Charlotte, right? Then we got the Suns, Heat.
Ooh.
Then we got the Hawks and the Bucks. I'm going to go first on this one. I'm going with the Suns and the Heat. And the matchup that I'm looking for, Soulfinger, is Ayton against Adebayo. Yes. So I'm looking at. I want to see that game, and I don't know by Wednesday if they're gonna get back Devin Booker because Devin Booker been in protocols. But I'm going with the home team, man. I'm going with the Heat. I'm going with the Heat.
That's a good one. So you got Boston and Charlotte, the Heat and the Suns. What's the other game?
Hawks, Bucks.
See, the best game I'm more intrigued with is that the Heat and the Suns. The Bam and DeAndre Ayton matchup is real interesting. See how that's going to go down, especially, see how that's going to go. If I'm a pick, I'm picking. It's gonna be
That's a hard one there, huh?
Yeah, it's a tough one right there. On a head-to-head like that series. I know you said you're going with the Heat.
Yeah, I'm going with the Heat.
I mean, but they can play without. But see, the thing is, they're such a deep team too. And then we don't know if Booker's coming back. If Book, you know what? Bump it. I'm gonna stick to my, like I said. I like the Heat and everything. I mean, I like the Suns too, but I'm gonna roll with the Heat.
The Heat, okay.
I'm gonna roll with the Heat, especially since the injuries right now. They still can do some things, but they're a little vulnerable right now.
Okay. Thursdays. Now this is a big game right here. It's the return of James Harden. I shouldn't say the return, but the return of Harden playing against his old team, which is the Knicks. So we got Nets 76ers Thursday, and then we got the Warriors Denver. Now, the Nets and 76ers, it's a national televised game. So with that being said, I think the Nets is going to Philly. I'm going with Philly, and the matchup I'm looking forward to is Kyrie versus Harden in that particular game on Thursday. So I'm going with the 76ers on that game. Who are you going with, Soulfinger?
I'm going with the Sixers as well, and I'm looking for that matchup, especially because of what Kyrie said of Harden. So stir the pot. We already know that Ben Simmons won't be playing in that game, so you can count him out. And just especially seeing how Boston had to put hands and feet on the Nets already today. Philly's got something to really put in work on because they really want to give the Nets the business because of Ben Simmons. I don't care what you say. It's a personal game right here.
Okay.
So that's why I'm at with that one. Hey.
So who you going with? 76ers all day? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
76ers.
Matchup of Harden versus Kyrie. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful right there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that matchup right there. What you think, Uncle Freeze?
Who was it? You said the Sixers and
the Nets.
Oh.
So basically, James Harden.
I'm counting the Nets out, man. The Nets ain't gonna do nothing this year.
Okay, so you're going with 76ers.
I'm picking against Brooklyn all year. They competed against Brooklyn all year, and the reason being is because they head coach. Their head coach don't know his butt from a hole in the ground.
No, that's true. That's true. You got a point on. I mean, beautiful point on that, man. I mean, it's coming back. You know, like I said, chicken's coming home to roost or whatever. It's you should have held on what you had on. Because how you gonna take a cat that never coached and make him the coach the way they did things? But hey, that's what they want to do.
Right.
Exactly. So Friday, that the notable game on Friday, it's Cavs Heat. Yeah. So it's going to be in Miami.
Okay.
I'm taking the Heat. I'm taking the Heat in this one.
Okay.
Soulfinger?
That's a good one. But again, I'm gonna have to roll with you on that, the Heat, because those wily veterans on that young team, even though it's a young, good team, I got to roll with the wily vets.
Yeah, and Cleveland have lost 4 out of their last. I mean, they done lost 6 out of their last 10. They done lost 3 in a row. They was second place in the Eastern Conference. Now they 6th. With Toronto and Charlotte on their heels, they leaking all bad. So yeah, I'm picking against Cleveland for the remainder of the season too. Let's go Knicks. Yeah.
You know, and this is the thing. This is the thing about that one that you just said, Freeze. I want to touch on this. Cleveland started off a little hot. Cleveland is kind of like what our beloved Knicks were. They kind of started. They peaked too soon.
Yeah.
And I think when it's coming down, they're still gonna be something to deal with. But I think they kind of peaked a little too soon. But they still made moves. You can't take it away from them, and they're building the right way. So shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm about to say Cleveland Browns on foot.
Cleveland Guardians, Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
Shout out to Cleveland.
Yeah.
All right, and our final games looking ahead on Saturday, notable games: Timberwolves, Heat, Cavs, Bulls, Bucks, Warriors.
Ooh.
Uncle Freezie, I'm gonna start off with you first. Which game you want to see, and who you picking to win?
My computer acted funny, man. The computer booted me off. I was in here rocking, and then next thing you know, I'm going. I'm like, yo, what's going on? My screen all black.
You froze there for a minute. We thought you was like, hey, hitting us with that with the mannequin challenge.
Yeah. see how I did it? Yeah, man. Nah, but I like that Bucks Warriors matchup as an NBA Finals preview.
Oh, right? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah. And so, because these two teams, they got all the right stuff, man. They really just trying to hurry to get this season over before somebody get hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. They, Warriors done lost to some teams. They ain't concerned. They just want to get Steph Curry and all them boys, Clay and all them boys to the playoffs healthy.
Yeah, because keep in mind, Draymond hadn't played since January.
Yeah.
So and he's a major key to that machine that rolls. So they're gonna make the playoffs. It don't matter where. And the thing is, they like you saying, they get that healthy team back.
Right.
The West is gonna be some shifting going around in the West.
Yeah. It's gonna be some furniture moving.
Yes.
In the West.
Lots of furniture moving up in there. There's gonna be some shifting, man.
Yeah, man.
So which game you looking at? Which game you taking, Soulfinger? Timberwolves, Heat, Cavs, Bulls, Bucks, Warriors.
So I'm on that Bucks, that Bucks and Golden State as well, because that could low key, and I'm feeling what I'm saying, but I'm also looking at that Heat Timberwolves game as well.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting because you get to see quiet as kept. Timberwolves looking pretty. They're doing okay considering it's the Timberwolves, and you got a Pat Beverly on that team that can change some things and attitude. Not saying that Pat Beverly is the toughness he brings to a team.
Right. Right.
See, and those are the kind of players I like. I like those, not the over the top, but you get that locker room, that voice that can go in there and get cats to run through a brick wall and jump in front of a train and put the Superman hands up. That kind of cat, because you lead by example. But this Golden State Bucks game, that could, I mean, look, truth be told, you could still be looking at, like you said, that could be a prequel to a championship.
Yeah.
They could possibly meet the championship. Anything, hey, what KG said when he won a championship, anything's possible.
Yeah. KG.
With a colorful adjective here and there, but, anything possible.
Yeah, KG is dyslexic, bro. The sign said nothing, and he just said whatever he wanted to say, but he was excited, though. So, yeah.
Well, the matchup I'm looking for, you hit it on the nail for me. Soulfinger is Timberwolves Heat. I'm looking for the 3-point specialist guy to go in there and match up against Adebayo. I'm looking forward to that matchup right there. The Timberwolves is making a push. I think right now, they're like in the 7th spot right now in the West. So that's the matchup I'm looking for. The Heat is always a formidable opponent. So I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup there.
So why are they formidable?
Man, look, you got Spoelstra, a coach that's been groomed under Pat Riley. You got this the kid that's coming off the bench to be the most improved player as Hero. You got Jimmy Butler, who is the anchor of the Heat, not the anchor of the defense, but the heart of the Heat. And to make it even more worse, they got a lot of role players, right? They got Stratus, whatever his name is. They got Vincent, the point guard, and they're the number 1 team in the East. So yes, they are the number 1 formidable team to be up there, and they've proven that right now. So, but at the same time, I'm looking for that game, but I'm looking for the Heat to come out. Well, you know what? I want to see that game, but at the same time, the game I want to see is the Bucks and Warriors, and I'm looking to the Warriors to pull out that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking Steph to go out crazy on that game.
I'm gonna go
for sure.
I didn't give you my pick on it. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Yeah, going the Bucks, okay, and I'm gonna go with the Warriors. All right, go with the Warriors. All right, so that's it for the look ahead for this week. G-Man, what's good, my brother? What's good? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. How you feeling?
Hey, it's all good, my brother. Hey, I'm a little late to the party. You know what I'm saying? I have some running around to do for the fam, but I want to come in and show my support to the family for sure. It's good to see you brothers rocking for sure.
Go ahead and shout out your show that comes on. I think it's every Tuesday. Go ahead, you do that.
No, so I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're missing out, you're missing out. So every Thursday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, there is the hit YouTube show that comes on, and it's known as the Pod Couple. Listen, if you ain't got nothing better to do, tune in. If you got something better to do, reschedule and tune in. Because me and Cornerstone Kev are going to be doing the thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you see the show on Thursday coming up, Stafford, it's going to have a twist to it, bruh. I ain't going to tell you what it's going to be, but you got to tune in to find out what it's going to be. And I promise you will not be disappointed.
So y'all guys hear that? Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. with your boy Sergeant Knicks. 6:30. Sorry, 6:30 on Thursday with your boy Sergeant Knicks, G-Man for life, and your boy Cornerstone Kev. Shout out to Kev wherever you standing up right now, my brother. Shout you out, the Pod Couple. So sponsored by the Blorange Tears channel, right? So G-Man, what's good, man? What's good? Tell us what's going on, man.
So
they saying word on the street is the Pod Couple saying they got the best show on the Blorange Tears network.
Is that
I am challenging them on that.
Is there a question? What's the question, Freezie? I'm waiting for the question.
How you gonna come on somebody else's joint and say you better?
What you're not gonna do is call friction between me and my brothers, right?
No,
so
ain't no friction.
I'm here to support these gentlemen, but if you don't believe that your product is the best in the land, then something wrong with you. And I'm gonna tell you,
right.
Every place I go,
think y'all sleeping on NBA 101, bro.
If it was whack, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Just
facts.
Lets you know the status of these gentlemen that's here on this platform, right, giving you this content. Right. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day.
So Sarge, let me throw that NBA trivia question at you because it's about that time to answer the question. Mm-hmm. And the chat, if you know the question, if you know the answer, put it in the chat. I saw somebody put the answer in the chat. Shout out to that person. But Sergeant Nick, Uncle Freezie, Soulfinger, but I'm going to go to you first, Sarge. Who scored the first field goal in the WNBA history?
Wow. Now, this is where you got me at a loss, right? Because when the WNBA came into existence, people weren't really checking for it like that. They thought it was some brainchild that folks wanted people to tune in for. But I'm gonna have to go with, and you're causing me to dig deep into my reservoir, Stafford. I mean, I don't really do this. You know what I'm saying? I got to dig way deep. I got to get the claw and go deep and deep and deep. You know,
way down to the jungle deep.
To the jungle deep.
Way down.
Jungle deep. My monkey stepped on my feet. Don't start me. So, finger boy, look at him. I'm gonna say, if I had to guess, just out of the box, why does Penny come to mind for me?
Okay. Soulfinger.
See, I was trying to remember because I want to say I've been back and forth between either Rebecca Lobo or Shell Swoops.
Okay, Uncle Freezie.
I'm gonna say Swoops.
You gonna say Swoops? Okay. Freeze.
The question is, who scored the first basket or who's the leading scorer?
Who scored the first field goal in the WNBA history?
Oh, see, this is a trick question. I know the answer. The answer is Juwanna Man.
No.
Truth be told.
The answer is Juwanna Man, and what it is okay. All right.
I'm done.
So in all seriousness, I don't follow the WNBA like that, but I will offer a guess. I'm gonna say Dawn Staley.
No, but shout out to King Ribby and shout out to Sergeant Nix. They got the answer. It is Penny Toller. Penny Toller, the first field goal in the WNBA history. So shout out to you, Sarge. Shout out to King Ribby. Right. Shout out to all the guys who know it in the chat. Right, Penny Toller. It is Women's Month, so shout out to all the females in the month of March. Shout out to my mom. Her birthday is in this month. Shout out to my daughter. Her birthday is in this month. Shout out to all the females whose birthdays in this month. So shout out to all the independent ladies who's doing it. Whether you got a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a scholar, anything. Because without you ladies, us men are nothing.
So shout out to
the mamas. Shout out to the mamas because I'm talking about the mamas that was right there with us. You know, the one that stayed up and put the big mustache on you when you were laid up in the bed sick. Made you
yes.
noodle soup. that chicken in the
Yes.
soup with a soda on the side. The one that believed in everything that you could do, even you couldn't do it. Mama still was right there. Shout out to the mamas.
Right.
Yes.
So
Go ahead, Sarge.
Freezie, this is what I'm talking about right here, right? So you don't get this on normal platforms, right? To where people pay homage to what's important in real life. Now we all Knicks fans, right? And we can talk basketball all day. But when you take the time out of your schedule to acknowledge real life situations, that's important. And shout out to both you brothers for making it happen here on supporting the women. That's important in our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely, for sure. Freezy, you gotta say something? You want to say something?
No, man, I'm rocking. I'm just,
All right.
man, it's so many different things going on around the league right now. Some things that to keep your eye on. Like, man, Jason Tatum went for 56. Julius Randle didn't get suspended, just got fined. I thought he was gonna get suspended 2 or 3 games. He got fined. The Celtics are hot as fish grease right now.
Yes.
To be the team to watch in the Eastern Conference.
That's the team right there, man.
Right, the Clippers might upset somebody in the man. It's a lot of stuff.
And speaking of the Clippers, was I think Kawhi and they looking at getting both Kawhi and PG-13 back before playoffs.
Wow,
nice.
It's a possibility.
Nice.
When I was watching on the station, they were talking about. I know one of them coming back for sure. They're moving around, so if you get both of them, the way the rest of this team, those injuries could be a blessing in disguise for the Clippers, man.
Yeah. And that's a wonderful way to get into another segment and the NBA storylines. Freezy just went down a few of them, but the main storyline this week is the Los Angeles Lakers. So we're going to start with our main headline story of the week is the Lakers, right? If you watched the game last night, LeBron scored 56 points, right? Becoming the 4th oldest player to score 50, right? Right now, there's a lot of things going on with the Lakers. There's a lot of things going on with Westbrook. Okay, the Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans are on their heels for that playing spot. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it on to Soul Finger. What do you think of the almighty Lakers, who was expected to be on top of the Western Conference, is now battling for a play-in spot, and we have the New Orleans Pelicans is right on their heels. So Soul Finger, I'm going to pass it right on to you, and then just pass it on to either G-Man or Uncle Freeze.
All right, well, I would just like to say the Lakers on life support. They on life support, bro.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. They made bad moves in all season. You went with names instead of going with certain players you need. You had, I mean, like I said, I brought him up before, Caruso. You let him go to Chicago, and some may not think that was a big move, but look how much better Chicago's improved with Caruso. You brought in your fellow banana boat player with Melo. It was kind of funny you bringing him in now when he was out of the league for so long, and he couldn't get to a team. You had the power to get him on a team. You didn't do it, but hey, it is what it is. The Lakers is and then New Orleans. You basically helped New Orleans beat you, get better than you by all the moves you made. You did all this for AD, not our AD, so smooth he don't need a chaser, but the NBA AD, aka Unibrow, aka Street Clothes, aka Mr. Glass. So it's Lakers in a bad position. They built it to win right now. You got your championship. You got your championship in the bubble. New Orleans is coming from them, and I got a sneaky feeling. I'm just gonna go with the way I feel. And I'm just gonna put it out there. I think New Orleans may actually jump at the way they're playing because they are playing a lot. They're playing some really good ball, decent ball for them, and the moves they made. So I think the Lakers on life support, and there's any minute that they can flatline at any second. I'm gonna shoot that over to G-Man.
So I would say this. Okay, so I ain't did this in a long time, so fam. And you know when I do what I'm about to do, you
better get in your position.
Yeah, boy, look, you know I gotta get in my position.
But hey, you know what? There's one thing though. Before you get yourself, I'm gonna let you get yourself comfortable. Because I know LeBron put up what 56 last night.
56 last night. Yep.
56 last night. Right now he's sitting in a tub of Epsom salt and
yes.
ice.
Yeah.
He's been out and he's been motion.
Look, his wife's like, "Why you walking around here smelling like an old man?"
Yeah, I know why. Because he is an old man.
He is an old man.
Right.
For NBA stat. But let me go over here and talk to Knicks Nation and America. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. When you can highlight stats, you can highlight accolades for players, but I'm telling you something right now. If one of the oldest players on your team, you're depending on scoring 56 points in order for you to win a game, your organization has an issue that needs to be addressed. So I'm gonna need y'all to get that. And now, shout out to LeBron for doing superhuman feats. But like Soulfinger say, he walk around the James estate in a bad way right now.
Oh, he ain't walking. He laying down somewhere. He ain't walking. That man ain't walking. He laying down and his comfy. He got one of those beds they can raise up with the hydraulic. He got and it got he's not going down the stairs. He probably got an elevator in his house. Or he got the other one, the little chair that he can take and sit in and go downstairs. He's doing that.
The motorized,
the motorized wheelchair, man. Walking around, I bet his knees are like grapefruit right now.
He is not getting out of bed. His wife bringing him pot pies right now. I'm telling you what's real, because that's what we grew up on. Don't get it twisted. I don't care how much money you make. You never get away from the food that you grew up on, bro. You don't. You try to find that. You know what I'm saying? That's what a good bologna and cheese sandwich with that mustard on it on some Wonder Bread. Stop playing with me right now. Okay,
you want to be a gourmet? You throw an egg on that joker.
Yeah, that used to be the wave, bro.
Boy, look.
But then when that weight get up to about 2.
Yeah, you might want to step back a little bit. So we
So hey, G-Man, so I went vegan, right? So I'm vegan. And shirts like this is drooping around the neck like
yeah, I see that.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, man. So I went vegan about 3 weeks ago. And man,
how's that working out?
Hey, them old aches and pains I used to have, I don't have them.
You got no more?
No, not as. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, Freezie. Let me ask you this. Real talk, real situation, right? Do you?
Yes, the Knicks Morning Drive is the best show. Is that what you're gonna ask me?
No, because
I
know who got the best show. I already know that. So that's not the question. My question is this: do you believe when you change? Because I hear a lot of people talk about changing diets, and I would never begrudge someone for living a healthier life, because a long time we ate what we ate because see that's what I'm saying. We ate what we ate because that was all that was available. You know what I'm saying? We had no choice. But now we grown. We out here doing our thing. We have choices. So do you believe that a part of changing your living habits is mental as well as physical? That's the point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yes.
I got a homeboy I was on the ship with, my boy Jack. My man he eat a pig from the rooter to the tutor.
Rooter to the tutor. Yeah. That's my guy.
He get the pig, he do whatever else. He's vegan. My man's vegan now. And he was big. My boy Jack was a big cat, and he could play ball too. Now Jack running around here. So Jack, we was on the ship. Jack easily weighed a good 262 to between 260 270. But he was a big cat too. And now Jack weighs about, since he went vegan, he's down to like 220.
Wow.
225, something like that. He's good. Plays, plays golf, he's still playing his golf game and all like that. hung up the sneakers. We've been, that was the thing. But your lifestyle, man. Like I said, you get away from it. You got to put the cheeseburgers down, the put down the pizza.
So we saying LeBron gonna get fat.
So no, what we're saying is that LeBron at the knees. I don't care what you say, man. Look, Father Time is undefeated. I don't care how many billions you spend to put on your body. Father Time is undefeated.
Father Time undefeated. Yeah, and then and I'm trying to get down to about 208, 207.
Where you at right now?
347.
Okay, so here we go. We got.
So that's 6'5" and a half, 347. So for those that hear that number and be like, yo, man, your Uncle Freezie wear a size 50 in the waist. Nah. I'm gonna take this shirt off real quick and show y'all.
No, don't do that. Don't do
yeah,
that.
I was gonna show you.
No, it's all the whole thing with the mind. Because like I said, I'm trying to get back down to about.
I'm pretty sure.
This is an NBA 101 show, not a bodybuilding show.
Look,
you don't want to see the biceps and the triceps and.
We don't want to see that.
Leave that for Miss Mocha later on. You know what I mean?
Listen, I already got issues sleeping. And if Freezie take your shirt off on this show, I'm gonna be traumatized for life.
I'm saying this. I'm about 6 weeks away from them abs being okay.
So
you go. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm gonna say, Freezie, because you put this out here on the airwaves, right? So when you put stuff out here on the airwaves, I'm gonna have to hold you. My first round thing kicking in right now. So I'm gonna have to hold you accountable. So give me where you want to be and give me the time frame in which you wish to reach that milestone.
G-Man, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I mean this is an NBA 101 show, not a health show. Right now, can we get back to the LeBron topic? I'm sorry.
I thought y'all wanted to talk about Uncle Freezie because the Lakers.
No, Freezie.
G-Man, hold on real quick. G-Man, look, G-Man's gonna take us. We know we gotta go to the corner store, but we gotta go all the way across town. Then we're gonna loop around, come on the back.
Get gas from another store.
Get go from another store, but then we're gonna but then we're gonna go behind. We're gonna go through Piggly Wiggly through the back door. Then when we go through Piggly Wiggly through the back door, we're gonna go down the Safeway because you got to get they ain't got the right cooking oil at Safeway. Then you can go to the corner store to get what you actually want, and then we're gonna be good. It's a method to the madness. I see what he was doing. I'm sitting there waiting.
This is how I know. So being so big have been rocking way too long for him to know that, because you 100% correct. But I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna hit fast forward that times two thing. So here we go. Freezie, what's your timeline, bro? Give me your timeline.
I don't have one. I'm just working it slow. I don't have no expectation.
Okay, so because you said
because the ultimate goal is healthy.
Okay, I understand, but because you said that gives me the inkling that you're really not committed, but this is something you're going through, and I applaud you for that, but I need you to get committed. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to show you how we bring this thing back to fruition.
I'm drinking a smoothie on a Sunday afternoon. This could have been Budweiser.
Yeah, it will be Budweiser later on, but it's okay. And I would tell you this, right? When we talk about a LeBron James, right? The elder statesman in the organization. If you are dependent on LeBron James for 56 points, and that's a great milestone for him to score 50. Why does he have to do that, Stafford? That's what I'm asking. Why? And it's a great accomplishment. I'm not downplaying it by any means. But everybody else on that franchise, look at their score.
Who else is on that team to help him besides Carmelo?
Well,
I mean, you got Malik Monk. You got Malik Monk, who's coming to in his game. I mean, they didn't feature him like that in Charlotte, but Malik Monk has been probably the only shining light that he has right now. And then as old as Carmelo is, You know what I'm saying? He has been coming on too, but other than that, Dwight Howard hasn't been showing up. Who else hasn't been showing up? You got the kid
Father Time
that
got
came
Dwight
from
Howard too, Kryptonite.
Yeah.
right. The kid from Miami has been injured all year. Who came from Miami in the trade? Trevor Ariza, he ain't giving you nothing.
Another
Who else is there?
older statesman.
Right.
Remember Trevor Ariza? We drafted him back in the day when we had Larry Brown as the coach. So that tells you how long he's been in the league.
Then you got the kid Reeves. I didn't mean to cut you. Who is the rookie? The little, he's been doing a little thing. You know what I mean? Other than that, I see they got DJ Augustine that came in the other day. So I don't know. I don't know who was there to help him. I'm not a big LeBron James supporter, but you know who was there to help him to where he needs to go.
He don't need help, man. This team right here don't need help. They need a reset. This team trash.
Jesus.
It's other teams in the conference that deserve. For instance, the Pelicans have righted the ship, and they are right on the Lakers' heels. The Pelicans did the right thing by trading for C.J. McCollum, and they're going to try to make this play in. And Zion will be back in New Orleans next week, right? But we talking about LeBron's going fit, man. Dang, the Lakers ain't going to do that because if they could do something, they would have already done it.
Yeah.
The thing is, and it goes back to what I said earlier, they're on life support. The Pelicans are in a better position because of the Lakers.
Yeah.
The Lakers, think about all they gave up to get AD. And where did it all go to? New Orleans.
Yep.
And then what New Orleans wound up doing, where they finally got somebody that's trying to make moves, and they made the moves they did, and you bringing in other player pieces to get help, bringing in other pieces. We'll see, because they're all in desperation mode right now. They Huskers, they want to hold on to Zion.
Well, I heard somebody brought up the bubble championship. To me, to tell you the truth, I don't really call that a championship.
What last season, last year?
That whole bubble. To me, it's an asterisk on that. That's my opinion. That's just coming from. That's just my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Because anybody could have probably won that. Huh?
I mean, everybody's saying, a lot of people say it's asterisk go with that joker with that championship. But the thing is, with the Lakers, LeBron got to drop 56. And just have a look in the chat with Alton Lee had what he put in there, and it was true. LeBron said we need every one of them 56 points. The thing about it is this: they did everything. LeBron helped put this team together. He okayed the players to come in here. You had a chance to get a Buddy Hield, but you said, "Oh no, I want Westbrook." You could have had DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan wanted to come home, but oh no, you wanted Russell Westbrook. You gave up all of, and you know what's crazy about it? You could have had DeMar DeRozan and Caruso in LA. Instead, they're in Chicago. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. They were together. He was the GM who put this squad together. This so-called, and the media and the talking heads, look, they hyped it up because they're the team to beat in the West. And I was sitting there looking at it like, how the Lakers the team to beat in the West? You forgot about Golden State. You forgot about Phoenix. You forgot about Utah. Do I need to keep going?
Right.
That's a PR person doing a PR job. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Real basketball aficionados can see through the BS, right? We all know when somebody is trying to tell me that I'm looking at the gas gauge of my truck and it says I'm at a half a tank, and you're trying to convince me that I got a full tank. I'm smarter than that, bro. Come on now. Stop with the madness. I'm going to tell you.
I know, because the E in your gas tank don't mean for enduring.
Exactly. Look, go there if you want to. You be walking, and ain't nobody going to stop and pick you up.
Everlasting.
Not going to happen. Not happening.
And something, I just want to say something to the point that you made, too. What people don't recognize, and this is show you how short-sighted fans are, right?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron and Anthony Davis basically told the organization, we will sacrifice the future for a championship.
Yep.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
So they got their championship. Now that future is the present. And they have no assets to go do anything with or improve team, but they did get their championship in 2020, right? So what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to blow this team up again, right? To bring in more talent, right?
Yep.
Because nobody's taking Russell Westbrook's contract.
Nobody wanted. Yeah, he's not even playing near what the contract, the money of that contract. The way he's playing right now,
Right.
Come on, man. He should. I mean,
no, well, they came to a mutual agreement in the off season. The Lakers going to find somewhere to trade him. So, lo and behold, look for him to be heading out of LA at the end of the season.
I mean, look for him to go, but.
Well, that's what they say, but
exactly
it takes two to tango.
Yeah, because the media has been the main one trying to push the Westbrook narrative, and you have some Knicks fans that like Westbrook. I've never been a Westbrook fan. I'll just be honest with you. I never really liked the game because I like for my first of all I never consider him a point guard. He's an undersized 2 put in the point guard position.
They can't shoot.
They can't shoot. That's the flip side of. Well, I'm not going in there. I'm not going to go down that route. That's just the only thing I'm going to say on that. My thing is this: Westbrook is way on the other side of 30. He's on the other side of 30. He's what, 32? 32, 30. Yeah, he's about 32.
Yeah, somewhere around
32, 33.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's still going right now, but you're seeing how bad he looks in LA. Whatever way you want to slice and everything, he's been playing like this all the time. Right. He's been playing like this. It's just that the media loved him, but now he's in LA with LeBron. What got him there is not working. You seen the video. There's a video of Shaq telling him to slow down. I'm not going to use the colorful adjective to use, but he was telling him that in the middle of the game.
Right.
You got to have basketball IQ to play the game. And I give him his props for being an attack dog and going. That's why the media loved him and all this and that. They hyped it up, but you hyped up bad play, bad basketball. That is what Ja Morant. That's what I was saying. Ja Morant is the athlete. He has the athleticism and the intelligence, the ball IQ to do these things.
All day long.
He's. You know what? I look at Westbrook as the Bizarro Westbrook, the Bizarro Ja. That's all it is.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You bring up interesting point, Soulfinger. And when I don't want to get off topic, I know we're talking about LeBron, his 56 points in the Lakers, but nobody is breaking their neck to get home to watch LeBron James play basketball.
Nobody.
No, that's not happening.
It's no secret. I'm out here in Cali. I'm in San Diego, and this is Laker country.
Yes, sir.
Look, I don't see Laker colors. I don't see nobody really walking. I don't see nobody walking around with Laker colors. Now I know people that are diehard Clipper fans.
Yeah.
Clippers have still been around, but I don't see the Laker fans.
I'm with you. So I'm telling you, the dude that's got the NBA by the throat right now is Ja Morant. I'm telling you, if you have never gone to a stadium in your life and you figure out that Ja Morant is coming to your town, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna try to get you a ticket just to get a glimpse of this dude in real life.
Yeah,
this dude is the truth. I'm telling you.
It's one of them scenarios where your mother-in-law calling you to put batteries in her remote, and you like, but I got tickets to go see Ja.
Yeah.
And she's like, who? And you like, yo, Miss Pam, you're gonna have to get your behind up and walk to the TV and change the channel because I'm going to see Ja.
And put your hand on that right rabbit ear so you can get a clear picture, and then bend down and watch TV like this.
Right.
Put a little extra foil paper on that joker.
Yeah. So you can see Festus on Gunsmoke.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So you can see Laura Ingram.
Get the butter knife. Get your butter knife and tighten it up a little bit in that antenna. Tighten the antenna up with the butter knife.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you guys something, right? I got to jump off here, but I'm telling you right now, what you guys are doing, and Stafford, thank you for the information. I will definitely get you added to the proprietary information that we got going on right now. But thank you for having me, and just to be able to rock with legends like Stafford Dunn and Soulfinger is a pleasure of mine.
Legend. Legend? You going legend? All right. I'll take it.
Listen.
I appreciate it. I'm just a grandman standing next to the man.
These eyes right here, these are what you call calibrated eyes, right? And the calibration can see the future. You know, I'm projecting the future. If you say it, it will be so.
All right.
If you believe it,
give thanks. Give thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, give thanks. Give thanks.
You know what I'm saying? But
appreciate the love.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Allow me to share your space just for a brief moment. And Freezie, I'm gonna tell you this, brother.
Hey, G-Man, I'm gonna catch a ride with you. I'm gonna drop me off downtown. I'm gonna catch a ride with G-Man.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Knicks fans of all ages. Let me get over here real quick before I jump off here. Listen, let me tell you something right now.
All right, I'm gonna be over by the car.
Don't touch my door handle because you're gonna leave fingerprints on that thing. Don't touch it. But I'm telling you something. He just popped off the screen. For all this Blorange Tears content that you see, when people like Soulfinger and Stephaddon are out here giving you this content, there is a single entity responsible for this progress, and that's Uncle Freezie. And I definitely want to give him his flowers today so people understand this ain't easy. Everybody can't do this. If everybody can do it, then it would be 1,000 people out there talking about whatever, how my flowers grow in my garden or whatever the case may be.
For real. 1,000
views. That's not what we do. We are here for you, Knicks fans. We want to give you the content that you deserve. I want y'all, if you in the chat right now and you have not hit that like button, shame on you. Shame on you. Hit that like button. Give these guys they just do. And brothers, I'm gonna tell you, anytime that if you allow me to come back, I definitely be back for sure.
Hey, come on,
man. You're welcome anytime, man.
Hey,
welcome anytime.
Welcome to come through, man. We sitting out on the front porch, man. Got the thing Kool-Aid over here. You want some mint julep, man? Hey.
Yeah, we got the red and the gray Kool-Aid. The red and the gray Kool-Aid.
Red and the gray.
I need the red, bro. I need the red.
And then I got that mystery mix. So if you need that as well.
I need. So, do you got fruit in there?
Man, yeah.
Yeah, we got some mango. We got the Florida mangoes, bro. Yeah, we got Florida mangoes and all of that.
Yeah. Hey, anytime, you're more than welcome, G-Man, to come on through and bless us, because it's been a minute, man. I hadn't seen you since Jesus was a baby. I know you've been out the way taking care of everything.
For real.
Every once in a while, real life kicks in, and we got to do what we got to do, right? Don't get it twisted. As soon as I can get back to my brethren, my family, then that's what I will do, because I definitely consider you brothers family.
Facts.
And we got, like I said, me and Stafford D got some plans, some stuff in the future. We just not gonna put it out there. We just said we got plans. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna leave it as a cliffhanger. You got that good book or that movie, that TV show, they leave you like, oh.
That trailer at the end of the movie that if you got up when the credits start rolling, you missed it. You missed that.
So we got some plans. We got some plans, and we got plans. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, and then real quick, I just got to give a shout out to my man, my home state homeboy,
Jarvis LaFleur.
Home state homeboy.
LaFleur.
See you. That's another shout out to him. The Jarvis been out of the way for a little bit.
Right.
Hey, brother, y'all need to rock. I gotta go and get dinner ready for the fam. You know what I'm saying?
All right, G-man. Salute. Getting ready to wrap up also too. So go ahead and be safe, and we'll talk to you soon, G-man.
I appreciate you, brothers. Take care.
Bless up.
Yeah, I guess we start getting together so we can get our Eric B and Rakim on and move the crowd.
So Soulfinger. So Lakers, man. Look, They about hopefully. I mean, as Lakers fans or the Lakers fans, they want to be in the play-in. So let's see what LeBron and the gang gonna do um, later on in the season as the season goes on. Um,
I just want to say something real quick on that, man.
mhm.
It's I've heard it before many moons ago back in the days when I actually heard boos. And this was before the Staples Center. They were booing in the Forum. Last time I heard boos go down with a Laker team. I want to say it was the Forum. It was the
Yeah,
Forum.
that was crazy. That was
It was
crazy.
crazy. It's nothing for us in Knicks Nation to hear boos in the Garden. That's just the way we get down. But to hear that in LA. So to hear that going on and was the Staples Center now Bitcoin, whatever that thing they call that thing, I forget, man, what they call it now. But that says something, man. Again, LA mortgaged their future, and I get it. You want to get the championship, and this is not me going down the Knicks road or to the Knicks talk. But what I'm saying is, as a avid Knicks fan, I don't want us to mortgage our future for a championship. I want us to build up for a dynasty. You get your championships, but I want us to be a dynasty. I don't want to be the one and done. I give up all this to get this one guy in. We get a championship and we like, yeah, we got a championship. Yeah, I'm greedy. Like Warren G said, I want it all, brand new socks and drawers. So build the dynasty. And that's how our organization should go. And so it's crazy how LA has mortgaged their future the way they did by making moves that they made. Because people, I mean, you're talking about Westbrook and their contract and trade and a mutual agreement that's so they're going to get them out of there. You're going to have to give us some assets, and you don't have assets. You're going to have to attach something to get him up out of there. And then who's going to want him? So I said, and that's all I had to go on my little run. I'm gonna shut it down and let you get your thing on there, bro. Like I said, I know it's getting close to us. Get our Eric B and Rakim on and move the crowd.
Yeah, man. So that was our storyline of the week. The Lakers, as I said before, they're struggling right now. LeBron had 56 points, becoming the fourth oldest player to score 50, right? Um, and we'll see where they go this season and see if they can even survive to be in the playoff, in the play-in, right, Soulfinger? So that's it for the storylines, right? So as we get out of here, Soulfinger, so tell us what you're looking forward to seeing in the week and your last thoughts as we get out of here.
I'm looking forward to seeing the playoff race tighten up, the seedings tighten up. I'm waiting and more or less on the back end, like on the West. I want to see. I'm actually interested to see how LA is going to keep New Orleans off their back. I'm interested to see how that's going to fall. See how long Golden State's going to keep working it the way they're working it, taking the L's like they've been taking it until Draymond gets back. One thing I would like to see more thought wise. Everybody just stay safe. I know things are still, you don't hear people talking about that virus as much because we talked about what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. Gas prices are going up all over. All I'll say is, it's ridiculous. I'm paying for premium. I had to get my ride. I got to put the premium in, the good stuff, and I got to pay $5. I'm paying $5.30 at some places. Well, yeah, $5.30 for gas. So it's one of them things. But all I want to say is, if you got loved ones, man, because life is short. Hey, you got loved ones, keep them close. Hey, call your moms if you hadn't talked to your moms. Tell her I love you. Give her a hug, or what woman that was in your life that was influential and pushed you and believed in you. If you got daughters, hold on to your daughters. Tell them the same way. Be there with them. So that's all the thought I got for today, man. And shout out again and appreciate y'all coming in to the show, showing us love. If you hadn't hit that like button, hit the like button. You burn a few calories. I promise you're gonna burn some calories. So if you made a resolution to get back in shape, hit that like button to help you get in shape too. Burn some calories. working on the six pack.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward in the week to seeing the Eastern Conference, how it's going to shape up. Celtics is on fire.
Hotter than fish grease.
Right. I want to see if the Heat is going to hold the number one spot for the rest of the season. I want to see the 76ers and Joel Embiid and Harden and the Nets on Thursday. That's one of my big matchups. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that matchup right there, the Kyrie and Harden matchup. And and the Eastern Conference as a whole, man. I'm just looking to see where the seeding is going to be. Cleveland is on a losing streak right now, so they dropped to number 6. So the Eastern Conference.
I told you that though. In our first show, I was talking about it. Chicago, how it was going to jump around, what it was going to start, and it started to fill out. And the one thing I wanted, not to cut you off, I wanted to touch on. Remember what I tell you about Charlotte going after a big man? And I told you that
Montreal.
Yeah, got him.
You did. You did.
Now we get to sit back and watch. You know what? You sit back and watch the drama unfold. Because see, I one thing I noticed about you, Stafford, you get to be, you kind of like an inspector with it. You just sit there with your pad and pen, and you just take your notes and just watch it all fall into place as well. Because I see you over there, because I know what you're doing. You're jotting stuff down now. See, that's what y'all got to know about Stafford D. He always takes notes. I think the man take notes in his sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, the WNBA, I know that. It's LeBron was a fourth person. It's Jordan, Kobe, and as you said, Jamal Crawford, and then LeBron. All right, so those are the 4 players. All right, so as I was saying, the whole Eastern Conference is going to be crazy, right? So I think it's going to be a wonderful season coming down to the end. Right, and you're gonna see how everything plays out. So shout out to the chat, shout out to Delano Still Nick fans, Hardwell, King Ribby for answering the question. Shout out to you, Sincere. Who else is in the chat? Javal LaFleur.
Home state homeboy. Anthony, hold on.
Anthony D.
Anthony D. So smooth, he needs no chaser.
He's scared. He ain't gonna come on next week. Christian F. Big up yourself. And
you got Alton Lee. Hey, Alton Lee.
Alton Lee. Salute. Sergeant Knicks, thanks for seeing you. As Soulfinger seen, we ain't seen you since baby Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus was a baby, man. Hey, salute to all my squad. Hey, and also a thank you for
Parish Duggar. Yeah, thank you for your service. Thank you for salute your service. Parish Duggar.
Years, I did 22, so I know what you're going through, bro.
Wilson Dang, shout out. Always a regular. CWC. Shout out to WC. Yes, sir. Who else is in here?
And again, you already. And if you did, I'm gonna hit him again. My man DSJ Delano Still Jr.
Yes. Oh, Chuck Allen. Also look out for vibes and stuff. Monday through Friday, I think he comes on at 8 a.m. Chuck Allen and your boy Freezie, they get into everything. So shout out to
Chuck Allen. He came through and blessed us earlier. Uncle Ron, man.
Yes. Shout out to man. Luke Skywalker Visions. Big up yourself.
E. Gibson, shout out.
E. Gibson, shout out to Robert Parr. Shout you out. Showing M. Big up yourself. Nick from Yuma, big up yourself. Right, Subliminal 209. Big up yourself.
Shout out Subliminal 209. Hey, appreciate
Okay, the after party.
After party.
The after
hey,
party.
Check them out. Check him and my man Cully out.
Drip more. Big up yourself, brethren. Drip more. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. And Kaiser Sose 7118, regular contributor. So thank y'all guys for coming out. This is the NBA one-on-one. If you have any questions, just go to my Twitter page, Staffadan at twitter.com. Right? I think it's something like that, right? Follow me on Twitter, Staffadan, right? Something like that, right? If you got any questions about the show. Also, too, we're going to have Twitter NBA mailbag where you could send in all your questions, right? And we're going to answer them. That's soon coming. So Finger said we got some things coming in. You know what I mean? As you could see, different lineups, different, the show is getting better, right? So tune in next week.
Keep rocking with us.
Let's keep rocking with us. Smash that like button, press the notification bell, join the Blorange Tears family. All right, we'd love for you to become a member. All right, and shout out to everybody out there who is supporting the NBA one-on-one. We love the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next week, Sunday at 4 p.m., the NBA one-on-one. We're out. Peace and love, people. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Gotta move the crowd.